welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can tell, we do have a little bit of a different video today, but I'm really excited to talk to you guys about this. And yes, it is about mommy stuff, okay? Today's video is going to be about the top 5 changes I saw in myself after giving birth. And I say after giving birth because before I had a child, I always thought all of the changes happen during pregnancy. After you give birth to your child, you're good to go. You bounce right back. You're the same person. No. Somebody lied to me, somebody lied to you. It's not the truth. Here, we like to keep it 100%, okay? So I'm gonna let you guys know the top 5 things that I noticed kept changing even after giving birth. Of course, I will share some of the things that helped me with these issues, so I hope you guys got your wine and your snacks and everything you need. Let's get right into it. I did make a list, okay? Super important. I really wish that I would have watched videos like this and like prepared myself a little bit more. And I also wish that people would have been like a little bit more straight up with me, because I feel like so many people are like, oh my God, being pregnant is super. It is, don't get me wrong, but like, tell me the real tea. Tell me the truth. Like, what's gonna happen to me? I'm about to tell you what's gonna happen to you. You ready? Okay. First thing on my list of things that changed after pregnancy is what I like to call finding my whole life. This is something that I really struggled with during my pregnancy and after I had Ezra. This feeling is super typical among moms, different moms that I've talked to, myself included, which is this feeling of not being able to get your whole life together. You know how, like, right now, let's just say you are in the prime time of your life, okay? You are in college, or you're in the corporate world, or you're working or whatever, you have a full-time job, and you know, you're just sharp like this. You can remember things, you know exactly what you're doing all day, you remember the appointments you have tomorrow and next week, girl. You just got it all the way together. That ability kind of goes away for a little bit. A lot of it, for a while, okay? It starts when you're pregnant, and this has so much to do with your hormones, what's biologically happening to you, okay? And for some reason, it really does impact our brain cells, and like, the memory storage in our brain for some reason is affected by the fact that we are pregnant, and that's why they call it pregnancy brain. Because everyone called it pregnancy brain, I was under the impression that it was only during pregnancy. No, girl, it's not. Nobody told me that it was gonna actually last after giving birth. Let me tell you, okay, I almost feel like it got worse for a second. After I had Ezra, I feel like I was just like in a mental cloud. Later found out that it was because my hormones were like, your hormones spike, okay, when you're pregnant. And the minute you give birth, they just plummet because you're no longer carrying a baby. Like, your hormones are not needed at that level no more, so they drop. That would be the reason why you feel the way that you feel. And you're gonna feel this way, and you're gonna feel lost, and you're gonna feel overwhelmed. Not only were my hormones like everywhere, I also felt like I couldn't get it together. And so like, I almost felt like useless. Like, how come like I can't like be a person? Why can I not function? I kept getting frustrated with myself. I was being very impatient with myself. And so that was like the perfect cocktail to throw me into feeling depressed. So just know that that is completely normal. Being, you know, having pregnancy brain and being forgetful and not being your 100% self is not something that's just gonna be during pregnancy. You're also gonna feel that way after you give birth, and it may last a little while. It could last a few years, depending on you and your body and your hormones. If you start feeling this way and you start feeling overwhelmed, don't let it get too bad. Make sure you go to your doctor, girl, okay? Don't wait. There's so much they can do to help you. I feel like there's like a transition point after you have a baby when you're trying to like snap back, and not only just snap back body-wise, but snap back life-wise and get your whole life together. When you're in that process, you have to learn, number 1, how to be patient with yourself, and number 2, how to kind of play mind games with yourself to help you remember, because like, remember the important dates and times and things like that, and kind of retraining your brain almost in a way. What worked for me was a calendar, okay? I live and breathe from a calendar every single day. I'm talking about like everything from the kids to errands I have to run to bills that need to be paid to events that we need to go to. Every single thing is on my calendar with an alert. I do not leave anything up in the air because I cannot trust myself right now to remember everything. I'm gonna be real. That's just something that I had to understand about myself and just be patient with myself about, but still feel. Your girl has to live life and be responsible. So until you get to your 100% like, you know, sharpest self, use a calendar. It really, really helped me. And like, I like using my Apple calendar because I can access it like all across my devices, but I know that Google Calendar is really, really good too. It's really helpful and it's really easy to function. Up to you. All I'm saying is a calendar will help you and be your best friend, girl. The next thing that I want to talk to you guys about that I feel like I really wasn't well informed about this aspect of it is breastfeeding, okay? Breastfeeding is exhausting. A big concern of theirs is, am I going to be able to breastfeed? Do I have the capability to produce milk? We all wonder like whether or not we can do this, number one. In my case, I was very, very blessed and fortunate enough to be able to have a really easy time breastfeeding. I did breastfeed him up until his first appointment. It appears from the outsider's perspective, okay, it appears like, you know, you're just sitting there with your baby and you're gonna be breastfeeding and like, you know, that's it, that's all. When he or she is done eating, you pop your boob back in, you go on with your day. That's the impression I was under. No, that's not, it's not how it was. Not for me anyway. Mommies, sound off below, let me know how you feel. But my experience was that breastfeeding was exhausting. We're feeding another human being, and then literally the minute that you're done feeding, your body is working again to produce even more. So like, I didn't realize, nor was I really told, that I was gonna feel so fatigued and so exhausted, you guys, from breastfeeding. And it was literally like he was sucking the soul out of me, okay? I really give props to moms out there that breastfeed their children, you know, upwards of a year, because it is not easy. You literally feel like you just ran a marathon and you've only been feeding your child for 15 minutes. So be aware of that, be patient with yourself. So many moms work through it, and you know, what can you do? You gotta feed. You gotta feed your child. You just gotta go through it. Make sure you eat right, you drink a lot of water. That'll help a lot with you producing, but just, I'm here to be real with you, girl. It's gonna be a little exhausting. Hold on, I need a drink of my coffee before we start discussing this next one, okay? No! Did you hear, Mommy?
I was just talking about stuff that happened after I had you. It was all worth it.
This next thing stressed me the hell out, but we still need to talk about it, okay? And that is hair loss. I will admit, a lot of moms warned me about this one. So many moms told me, you're probably gonna lose quite a bit of your hair. But me being me, I was a little skeptical because I have a ton of hair. I always have, and not only that, it's like wavy / curly. It does whatever it wants. It's very frizzy. But I've never been one to have like thinning hair. I just come from a family with a lot of hair. So when moms were telling me this, I just, in my mind, I was like, nah. Not me. Do you not see this? Do you not see this? And you think all this is gonna fall out? Like, yeah, right. I thought, okay, I thought, you probably think, but let me tell you something. Number one, it's not anything to be ashamed of. It's completely normal. And it did happen to me. All throughout my pregnancy with Ezra, my hair was thicker than usual, okay? It was super, super, super thick, and it was just really heavy. Shortly after having Ezra, my hair was still like that. And honestly, I thought that I was like in the clear, and I was sitting there like, y'all told me that my hair was gonna fall out, and it hasn't. And like, I actually have more hair now than, you know, I did before. Around like the 3 or 4 month mark after having Ezra, I swear it seemed like from one day to the next your girl was bald. Like, I'm trying to tell you, I'm being for real. I could feel such a difference, and it was mostly right here and like this area, like near where my baby hairs are, like, and it went back like this. Y'all, just missing hair. And then I was shedding so bad, like so bad. You could tell where I had been in the house because you could see just a bunch of my hair. Just like, I was shedding so much. Losing my ever-loving mind. I thought that like something was wrong with me. I didn't understand why all my hair was falling out, and I was freaking out, I was stressing out over it. There was a period of time after Ezra was born that I was wearing a ton of beanies, okay? Like a ton. And this was why, because I just did not feel comfortable pulling back my hair because I felt like, you know, I was experiencing some hair loss. After doing a little bit of research, okay, and I was going through this, I was like, what the hell is going on? Okay, what is going on with my hair? Like, is this gonna be permanent? What the hell? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was very irritated and I was really worried because like no woman wants to be like, oh yeah, I'm just losing my hair and it's never gonna come back. Throughout the duration of your pregnancy, your hair stops its shedding cycle. So we have cycles where our hair will shed and then regrow itself, but it's not like all at once. It's like different sections of your hair have different cycles depending on its location on your head, okay? Stay with me. When you are pregnant, that cycle stops, which means your hair stops shedding. It does not do its shed process, which means that your hair will look and feel thicker than it was before. I'm not saying that this is like the case for everyone, but the majority of moms experience this, and this is why. Again, going back to the plummeting hormones here, all of a sudden your hair is like, oh, it's time to get back on track. So we're just gonna lose all of the hair that we were supposed to have lost if the cycle would have kept going. Does that make sense? So by the time you have your baby, so much of your hair, like different parts of your hair, should have already gone through its like shedding process, and because it didn't, now it's gonna do it all at once, and you're gonna be able to notice it. That's where like the excessive shedding comes from, and you are going to feel bald in different spots of your hair depending on your hormones, depending on you. Don't freak out, it ain't permanent, girl, because when I looked up and I researched why, best believe I researched a solution or at least something that could help, okay? And this is what helped for me. Let me share, okay? You ready? First things first, multivitamins. I kept hearing this from my doctor, from different moms, from everybody pretty much. Make sure that you don't stop taking multivitamins. You guys know that when you're pregnant, you take prenatals. I didn't stop taking prenatals for months after I had Ezra. Like, keep taking your prenatals, girl, don't forget, okay? That'll help. Also, an extra supplement of biotin, make like just pure biotin. It'll help with your hair, your skin, your nails, and it'll help grow back your hair a little bit faster. And honestly, that helped quite a bit, just remembering to take my vitamins. I will say, as of recently though, I really need to work on it because I be forgetting, but that's because I'm running low. So like, I was doing it good, okay, for a hot minute. Lastly, what helped was me putting coconut oil, just like raw coconut oil, melting it in my hands and just putting it in the areas that I felt like my hair was a little sparse. I just wanted to make sure it stayed nice and moisturized so that it could grow back, you know, and it did. Like, it really, I don't feel like it's all the way grown back, but I feel like it's super, super, super close. And I'm not even like, Ezra's not even a year old. So trust me when I tell you, more than likely, this is not permanent. It's just something that you just need to take your vitamins, girl, give your body a minute to like catch up on it, you know, all of its cycles, and then you're gonna be fine. In the interim, you're gonna freak out a little bit, but it's fine. You know, some headbands, some coconut oil, some vitamins, girl, you'll be okay. Number 4 is actually something that I'm currently struggling with, and it's an everyday struggle, girl, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and say that this is for sure gonna happen to you, but it definitely happened to me, okay? I straight up feel like an old lady because number 4 is brittle bones. When I was pregnant with Ezra, I already like felt my joints hurting in my sleep, and I could just tell you guys, he was taking so much from me. Brittleness of your bones are affected when you are pregnant, and I did not know this. Who talks about this? Nobody's talked to me about this. Why I'm here. I was having really, really bad joint pain. My knees, my ankles, but of course I contributed that pain to my weight gain from being pregnant, especially my lower half, my knees, my ankles. They hurt so bad. And then in my sleep, for some reason, like when I would wake up first thing in the morning, oh my God, my wrists and my elbows, like, oh, that was honestly a big reason why I stopped forgetting to take my prenatals. Because if I went more than like 2 days without taking my prenatal vitamins, y'all, my joints felt like you could go like this to my wrist and it was just gonna snap. After Ezra was born, of course, you know, I was expecting a snap back real quick with that too. That didn't happen. My joints are still very, for lack of better words, brittle. They snap, crackle, and pop every single time I make a move. I have my mother here to help me, and she experienced the same thing when she was pregnant with us. And she was the one who actually recommended this next thing I'm gonna show y'all. Please know that this is not sponsored, okay? I'm just trying to share some wisdom with y'all. What helped were these bad boys. This is a vitamin. It's called Glucosamine, Chondroitin, and it's actually a joint supplement, and it kind of helps strengthen your joints and lubricate them a little bit. My mom told me that it would help me with my joint pain. I don't know the exact science behind it, okay, but if you would like to leave that down below for all of us to read, please feel more than welcome. But what I will say is that I trust my mother. I started taking these and it really did help. I know that this seems like a lot. I know I'm telling you to take a lot of vitamins, girl, but I'm telling you for a reason, because your body gave a lot to your baby and you gotta, like, you know, replenish it somehow with vitamins. In my opinion, this is just what's been helping me with my skin and my hair, and, like, you know, to get me back to 100% before making a life. You know what I'm saying? So last thing that I wanted to discuss with you guys, but definitely not least, is the fact that my body, now this is for me personally, but I'm just saying you might experience the same thing. My body definitely responds differently to working out and eating right. This is just something that I noticed about my body. You're gonna notice certain things about your body that nobody else is gonna see because it's your body. Most of you guys remember that right after I had Ezra, I started hitting the gym pretty hard, and David and I were going like every day. I was working out pretty hard, and I did make quite a bit of progress. Don't get me wrong. Look, I know that before I had Ezra, I feel like my body would have been a whole lot further progress-wise as it was. Me gaining muscle isn't as easy, and that could just be because my body is still, like, you know, leveling itself out and whatever, like, it's still doing its thing. But it also could just be because my body's different. Now, your body's different. After you deliver a child, like, your body is completely different than it was before. My ability to work out minimally but have, like, amazing results is no longer the case. Like, I got, like, results when I kind of sort of push myself. Does that make sense? I just feel like my body responds differently to working out now. So just be aware of that. I've heard other moms say this, that gaining muscle mass, being able to have your muscles show through, it's just a little bit harder, and it's a little bit longer of a process after giving birth than it was before. So I definitely saw that, and I am currently going through that. Basically, in a nutshell, this video is about some of the new things that you have to learn about your body. Up until this point, it's a very weird time after you have a baby, because up until this point, you feel like you know everything about yourself. Like, you know exactly how your body functions and exactly how you feel and why you feel that way. But after you have a baby, all of that is a wild card. You don't know. Heading back into the gym and trying to get back into shape after having Ezra, I just noticed it's not as easy as it used to be. I used to take advantage of the fact that be in shape and I could stay in shape without really trying, and now your girl gotta try just like a little bit more than I used to. So that is it for today's video. Those are the top 5 things that I noticed that changed about me after giving birth. And like I said, a lot of these things I thought were just going to change throughout, like, pregnancy, but these are the things that I noticed after pregnancy. Be patient with yourself. I'm working on that as well, to be patient with myself, to, like, you know, get me back to where I once was. It has taught me how to appreciate myself, my body, and what it has been able to do so much more. I hope that this video helped you guys out. I hope you guys found it helpful. Any moms out there, what were your experiences? Did you have anything, like, after pregnancy that continued to change, that it just caught you off guard? You did not even consider it. You didn't even know. Nobody talked to you about it. Let us know down below. Sometimes we just need to have some real last talks. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up to let me know. If you would like to see more videos like this, of course, give me a thumbs up for that as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that huge subscribe button to be a part of my Glamazon family. You don't want to miss out on any new videos, including my story times, Ask Nikki's, and videos like this one. I am posting every single week, so you want to be here, so make sure you hit that notification bell so you're not missing out. Also, don't forget to head over to our Glamour family channel if you guys are missing out on the boys or want to see them, what we've been doing over there. We've been doing some fun stuff. Just did the 24-hour handcuff challenge, David and I, so if you guys would like to check that out, I will leave the link to that video down in the description box below, but you guys can be a part of our Glam fam over there as well. Follow me on my socials. I will leave all of that down in the description box below for you guys, so you guys can see all of my extra pictures. I am getting my IG game up, so I hope you guys are there trying to support your girl. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys very soon for story time. So be here or I'm gonna be mad. Okay, love you guys. Peace out.